till I let go.
Halo semuanya, kembali lagi bersama gue Hanef dari NEFFEX Game. Di video ini gue bakal lanjutin main Honkai Star Rail. Di episode sebelumnya kita udah ngalahin Phantylia. Sekarang kita lanjutin story-nya, karena kebetulan juga udah update story-nya. Jadi kemarin kita udah ngalahin Phantylia dan gue rencana mau gacha juga sih, tapi mungkin video terpisah. Ya Allah, let's not give ourselves away and make sure we're careful.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Iya, Kafka masih ngilang ya bareng Blade. Ya Allah, nge-lag-nya masih baru pertama kali buka gini.
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General. I hope she can get used to this quickly.
Oh iya, anjir, jenderalnya ganti.
I don't think I can ever get used to this.
Jadi Fusuan.
It's a pleasure to see you all here today.
Pleasure too, Fusuan.
Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Ting Yun meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest win."
Iyalah. Makin tinggi kekuasaan lo ya makin banyak yang berjuang.
Generalship is no trifling matter. How could I be enjoying myself? All I can do is get used to it.
Yeah.
I think she's enjoying herself.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting
By the way, gue
general
juga udah
of
lama.
Luofu.
Ini udah berapa
Now that
minggu ya
things
dari
have
gue
drawn to a
main.
conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised. They're finally here! Yippee!
Yippee.
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu.
Kita jadi
Within the Luofu's jurisdiction,
ally.
you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Oke. Mana? Oh, gue kira kontrol. Oh, bener deh, kontrol. Mana?
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the
Sanctus Medicus masih ada.
It's just that, having been in the middle of everything,
Iya sih, bosnya doang
I'm
dipalain.
struggling to keep an accurate perspective.
Testannya masih ada.
I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with a finer detail. So, where should we begin? It appears that Phantylia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed,
Yes.
clandestinely plotting and
Mati,
machinating,
makan
and
mati.
surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. This heinous act
Jadi
instigated an
Phantylia.
uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction.
Rencana Phantylia.
The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. We should proceed cautiously. When the ambrosial arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. The Commission became a shadow of its former self. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy,
Kan masa lalunya
acquiring a Stellaron from the
Luofu
Anti-Matter
itu
Legion to try
dukung
and
dan gandeng
revive
squad
the
immortal
abundance.
kan. Terus itu tabu dan ya sekarang masih
They succeeded
ada.
alright. But why would Phantylia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial
Prinsip
offerings
lupa.
in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme. The Stellaron Hunters. We know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I
Destiny
saw a
Slave.
prophecy that
Elio.
Kafka received from Destiny's Slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron Hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Xianzhou. That might sound self-interested, now that the future has come true. The Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on
Elio ini
Phantylia.
siapa sih anjir?
That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge water ski? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind.
Elwocha?
All of you will feature in the report.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Ting Yun has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh,
Farewell.
if you
Bye-bye.
pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can... It was all so chaotic. When Phantylia took form, it was as if Ting Yun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Ting Yun was a puppet manipulated by Phantylia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. As for how matters are...
I understand.
Thank you, Mr.
Mencari Ting
Yin.
Yun kah?
It's getting late. If you...
I don't need discussion. Head to place. Lanjut aja. Move.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Wih. Lupa lagi gue nama anjingnya. Anjing barong saya tuh. Wih, kemana? Oh, You
I
come.
see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our condol. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Luofu from the Stellaron crisis.
Yes. Menolong Anda.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Ting Yun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct.
Ting Yun left this behind. People.
Ting Yun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. Simply the Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Ting Yun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring
30
Commission
years?
turn out
30
to be nothing more than
tahun.
a monster in disguise?
Ah.
Happened to the real...
Madam Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept.
Hello? Ah, next lama banget.
Thank you for bringing Ting Yun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the
diundang ke
Skyfaring
seremoni.
Commission. Will you consider?
Yes. Not a problem.
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral.
Oh, pemakaman.
You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the 10 Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected.
Oh.
There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are given our limited lifespans. The only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away.
The Hall of
All
Karma.
of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant, and by combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs, and it's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives. Close. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate... I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings.
Leave this
Oh,
to
kita
us.
disuruh ngambil
We'll take
barang-barang
it.
Ting
Again,
Yun
my thanks
buat
to-
funeralnya, buat pemakaman. Dulu.
You always did say that I like to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh, it's you. For a moment, I thought she'd return. Did the helm?
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's thing.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Ayo kita lihat ada apa aja.
Okay, let's see what there is.
Apa ada yang aneh-aneh?
An Annie seal, a small box, a knife,
Pisau,
a bow,
panah,
and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
Oh, kayak itu kucing di toko-toko Chinese.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yenming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yenming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Ting Yun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. We were competitive. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the skyfaring I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel.
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Ting Yun would have kept. Could there be other things similar to what...
There's nothing else. It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think.
I can't cook to
Sleepless
save
Earl?
my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Ting Yun use anything like that to defend herself. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme.
Spices
A room
Supreme?
alley? Which store is that? This
Oh,
bow. It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me. Alright, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here.
anjir. March mau ngambil panahnya
Do
Ting
you
Yun.
know where we're supposed to take these things?
I don't know. Oke. Anak-anak ya? Gue kira toko sana aja. Anak-anak masih apa ya?
The Sleepless Earl.
Ah.
Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Oh, toko teh yang...
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there?
Suaranya kayak anak kecil anjir.
Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another... When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles.
Ini kayak Ting Yun beneran orang gak sih?
Trying to cheer me up.
Terus
Never thought she...
kayak di switch gitu loh. Sebenarnya lebih baik.
We found this box of seeds among her belongings. I'm sure Miss Ting...
Thank you. All of you. I think I should give something to Ting Yun in return. Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste.
Aduh, kasihan amat anjir Ting Yun.
Ting Yun's blood.
Gue masih mikir Ting Yun itu
Be able to try it.
cuma di switch anjir. Maksudnya tubuh aslinya ada, orang aslinya ada.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Do you know how to fix a star?
Good quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering.
The Luofu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
Oh, how's it going? Did you take some...
Jingche.
Isn't that the place on Auramali over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast?
No.
It's the main commercial street in the Exalt. Tourists fresh off the Star Skiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue, and whenever I'm tired of...
Enggak, gue gak mau ngasih makan lu, Cingcue. Oh, kebuka juga mapnya ini. Aurum Alley. Baru ini.
Spices Supreme. Check out that sign. Here it is.
Mana sign-nya anjir? Oh, bahasa sini.
Honored guests, welcome to our something from Miss Ting Yun for me? Oh, what a precious person. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She probably came across some rare mineral. Miss Ting Yun is... Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Ting Yun?
Kasih tahu ya sebenarnya anjir.
This is real, right?
Yeah.
The monster you mentioned, where did it come from? Forget it. Matters like these are beyond the control and understanding of a cook like me. Thank you, all of you. Let me prepare a dish for you.
Wah, anjir,
as a gift
ini
for Miss Ting Yun.
mengandung bawang anjing.
It was our chili oil beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Ting Yun to our restaurant. I can't believe I shall never taste it again.
Tenggorokan kan?
Please, you'll have to eat her.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Ting Yun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yanming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Ting Yun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
Navalia. Siapa dia? Anaknya Yuk. Ini Yukong kan? Iya kan?
What brings you here? This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together. But only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in
Jadi ini
work,
alasannya
never
kagak boleh
wanting to
jadi
see the sky again.
pilot lagi.
Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, But in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun and the guild, the Luofu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short
Iya
years.
anjir, kayak Ting Yun ini kok.
I used to think that the Xianzhou had
Ya
changed
nggak
with
tahu
the
sih, semoga
times.
masih ada orangnya.
Geniuses like Ting Yun were the few. I was wrong. Only when the last... The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone.
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yanming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious
Gak
items
simple.
that Ting Yun gifted others in the
Pemberian
past,
kayak gini
but
tuh gak simple.
I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent for her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Rest in peace, Ting Yun. Select which of your written by the people you wish to place into the... Select?
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
Thank you for everything you've done for the
Lebih
Skyfaring
bagus
Commission
sama Kisador
and
yang
the Luofu. This small...
This time, we needn't compete.
Oh, bisa semuanya aja.
Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
This is the tea that Meng Ming has made, especially named after you. This is a gift from Miss Yensui on behalf of all the restaurants on Arum Alley. You're going to love this.
Ya,
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting Yun. I will seek out the truth. And if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make...
It's getting late.
oke.
Where to now?
Farewell, Ting Yun. Banyak screenshot lagi. Sorry guys. Banyak screenshot.
General, the ceremony is finished.
Not yet. My apologies, I couldn't get to you any sooner.
Gak bisa
Yanxing
ngomong
made sure that I was fully
terlalu
recuperated.
heboh anjir.
Before you leave the
Suasananya itu loh.
Luofu, there are two
Suasana funeral.
Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Please, let us
What is your purpose for entering?
Jing Yuan. Temu lagi.
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a jade abacus, a symbol of our
Oh,
allied...
dapat jade abacus. What is apa itu Jade Abacus?
Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a jade abacus. The same is true of this jade abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon.
Manhwa
Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the jade abacus here.
Batu tanda aliansi gitu.
No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come.
Wow, now
Emblem.
that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity.
Don Hong.
General.
In accordance with the Edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized.
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Farewell. Udah nih. Wah, belum. Udah dapet Jade Abacus. Well. Discussion.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back. She was also asking.
She must have been worried.
Himiko must be eager to hear. Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou?
Gue lupa.
I've got goldfish memory. We haven't had a chance to say goodbye to everyone we met so far on this
Memori
trip.
ikan, mas anjir.
Fine. Don Hunt.
Don't worry.
Oke, farewell. Wah, udah lama gue gak ke parlor car.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate.
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own.
You're back! Welt was telling me about your experiences. I'm more than a little envious. The Ambrosial Arbor,
Envious,
the Ebon Deer,
iri.
the Divination Commission
Boy,
Matrix, Scale Gorge
it's a fucking
Waterscape.
hectic parah anjir. Dan lu iri.
Pestered Don Hung to tell me about his experiences, but alas, what could have been a magnificent saga was reduced to a few. Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys.
Since when did the work roster
Maprik itu
just
pasti
change
Mama
like that?
Himeko. Mana ya? Ya, next stopnya apa?
Penacony. Do you remember?
Penacony.
Before Kafka's proposal, that was our original destination.
Oh, gak inget gue. Gak inget sumpah.
The Express's records show that Penacony was a prison planet used by the IPC to exile criminals. At least, it was at the time of recording. However, following a Stellaron burst, the planet fell into the arms of Xipe. They say it's been transformed into a prosperous and ethereal realm. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express.
Oh, kita
I was
diundang.
curious about the state of the planet, so when the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
Okay. In the city. Oh. Luocha.
Who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A
And now?
series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my
Abomination
power does
of
indeed
Yaoshi?
stem from the abundance. But I'm
Yeah.
the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Ting Yun. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow
Siapa?
Author, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
Siapa anjir? Siapa? Oke, kelar juga. Oke guys, mungkin sampai sini dulu video kali ini. Kalau lu suka sama video gua, lu bisa like, comment, subscribe. Terserah lu, gua gak maksa. Lu bisa ngasih kritik, dislike juga gak apa-apa. Sampai jumpa lagi di video-video selanjutnya. Bye.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you.